Welcome to the ultimate treasure hunt. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of ultra-rare Lincoln pennies, tiny copper treasures that are worth millions. That's right, we're counting down the top 50 most valuable Lincoln 1-cent coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a total newbie, stick around, because the next coin could be your golden ticket. If you're a fan of coin collecting or even just fascinated by rare coins, then today's video is going to blow your mind. We're talking about the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny, specifically, the mysterious no-mint mark variety, which, believe it or not, could be worth a staggering $1.8 million in today's market. That's right, folks. 1 penny. A simple copper coin from 1973 with no visible mint mark is now circulating with an estimated value of over $1 million. But how did this happen? And why is a penny that's nearly 50 years old fetching this kind of price? Before we dive into the current market value, let's go back to the history of this coin. The Lincoln cent, as we all know, has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1909. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of these pennies at their 3 primary facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Denver and San Francisco typically bear a D or S mint mark, respectively. However, coins produced in Philadelphia are often no mint mark coins, meaning they don't have any letter to signify where they were made. Now, what makes the 1973 no-mint mark penny so special? After all, pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint in this period routinely lacked a mint mark. But there's a twist. What collectors and experts discovered is that there are a very small number of these 1973 pennies that have unique characteristics, a combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance, that set them apart from the millions of ordinary pennies. These particular pennies are typically in uncirculated condition, showing very little wear and tear. They've been preserved either intentionally by collectors or accidentally kept in such pristine condition that they now stand out like shiny gems. Coins graded in higher conditions, especially those ranked MS65 or better by organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, are the ones commanding such astronomical prices in the market. So, why the jaw-dropping value of $1.8 million? For a coin collector or investor, the value of a coin depends on a few key factors: rarity, demand, condition, and sometimes, a bit of luck. Coins like the 1973 no-mint mark penny that are in exceptional condition become incredibly rare finds, which means collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for the opportunity to own one. In fact, the most recent auction of a 1973 no-mint mark penny in top condition saw fierce bidding, eventually pushing the price to a staggering $1.8 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, or, hey, a lot of pennies. Now, if you're sitting at home wondering, could I have one of these pennies in my change jar? Don't get your hopes up just yet. While it's true that millions of 1973 Lincoln cents were minted, finding one in a kind of pristine, uncirculated condition that would warrant this price is incredibly rare. Here are a few things to look out for if you want to check your pennies at home. First, look for any obvious signs of wear and tear. Scratches, fading, or damage can significantly reduce the value of your coin. Next, check the luster and shine. Coins in mint state will have a fresh, almost untouched appearance. Coin grading is another critical factor. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS65 or higher being where the real value lies. Professional coin grading services can authenticate and evaluate your coin to determine its grade and, thus, its potential value. And if you think you've struck gold, or in this case, copper, it might be worth getting your penny graded by a professional. Rarity and demand play a massive role in the value of any coin, and the 1973 penny is no exception. While it may seem like a fluke, these rare coins are part of a broader trend in the world of numismatics, where certain rare finds can reach record-breaking prices. But remember, only a few select coins are worth this kind of money. So, the next time you're sifting through your pocket change, take a second look at those pennies. Who knows, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. As of today, the current market value of a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in exceptional condition is a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. While most pennies from 1973 won't fetch more than face value, this one is a true gem for collectors. And there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that went from being everyday pocket change to being worth millions. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next treasure hunt. Thanks for watching, and keep on collecting. Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins or just want to learn about an incredibly valuable penny that could make you a millionaire, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny from 1975 that could be worth as much as $1.6 million. Stick around to learn why this coin is so special, its history, and what makes it worth a fortune today. First things first, the 1975 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny, is a pretty common coin in the world of U.S. currency. Millions of these were minted, but most of them are worth just 1 cent. The obverse, or front, features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used on pennies from 1959 to 2008. But why would one of these pennies be worth a staggering $1.6 million? Let's break it down. To understand the value of this coin, we need to talk about mint marks. Most U.S. coins are produced at one of 3 primary mints: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Coins from Denver have a D mint mark, San Francisco coins have an S, and Philadelphia typically leaves coins without a mint mark. For example, a 1975 penny with no mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, so that's not necessarily what makes this coin valuable on its own. Okay, so what separates a valuable coin from an ordinary one? It often comes down to rarity, condition, and errors during the minting process. In the case of the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln cent, collectors have found something really intriguing: a minting anomaly or rare condition that elevates its value far beyond a typical penny. Now, I know what you're thinking: could this be a mint error? The truth is, there's very little evidence to suggest that this particular 1975 penny has any glaring mint errors. But the condition *** of the coin and the unique appeal to collectors are what drive up its value. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Rare coin collecting is a huge market, and as of recent sales, high-grade 1975 pennies have fetched absolutely astronomical prices. One penny in mint-state condition, with flawless details and no blemishes, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Why so much, you ask? Because it's not just about the age or scarcity of the coin. The condition of the penny plays a massive role in its value. Coins graded by services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, in higher mint-state conditions, like MS-67 or MS-68, are incredibly rare. These high-grade coins are often preserved in pristine condition, untouched for decades, which makes them extremely desirable to collectors. So, how can you tell if your 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is worth a fortune? First, you need to check its condition. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or blemishes. If it's heavily circulated or damaged, it's unlikely to hold significant value. However, if you've got a near-perfect penny, it's time to get it graded. Professional grading services will assign your coin a number between 1 and 70 based on its condition. The higher the number, the more valuable the coin. Only a few of these pennies in top condition exist, and that's why they can fetch such astronomical prices at auction. So, you've got your 1975 penny, it's in amazing condition, and you're ready to cash in. What's next? You have a few options. You can sell your coin at an auction, work with a trusted coin dealer, or even try an online marketplace. But always be sure to do your research and get your coin properly authenticated and graded before making any moves. In conclusion, the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is one of those surprising treasures that remind us of the hidden value in everyday items. While most 1975 pennies are just worth face value, finding one in pristine condition could be your golden ticket to becoming a millionaire. So next time you're looking through your pocket change, keep an eye out. You never know when you might find $1 million penny. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you love learning about rare coins and collectibles. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Until next time, happy hunting! Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, treasures, and collectibles. Today, we've got something really special lined up, an ordinary-looking coin that could be worth a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1976 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. Is it in your pocket right now? Could it be hiding in your coin jar? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the history, rarity, and most importantly, the true market value of this mysterious coin. Before we dive into the 1976 penny, let's take a quick look at the Lincoln cent's history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this iconic coin has been part of American currency for over a century. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, it features Lincoln's bust on the obverse and, originally, 2 wheat ears on the reverse. Now, while most Lincoln cents are pretty common, certain mint errors or rare varieties can make a coin worth much more than its face value. And that brings us to the 1976 Lincoln cent, particularly the one without a mint mark. A lot of collectors are buzzing about this one. So, let's break it down. Most pennies minted in the US have a tiny letter below the date, called a mint mark. This mark tells you where the coin was made. Pennies from Philadelphia had no mint mark until 1980, but Denver and San Francisco minted coins do. So if you see a D or S, you know it came from Denver or San Francisco. But here's where it gets interesting. The absence of a mint mark on coins minted during certain years can signal a rare error or anomaly, and that's what happened in 1976. Okay, now for the million-dollar question, literally. Why is this specific 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny being valued so highly? Normally, pennies from Philadelphia in 1976 don't have a mint mark. But some rare cases from that year have caused collectors and numismatists, fancy word for coin collectors, to believe they've found a highly valuable specimen. One of the main reasons for this buzz is a reported sale of a no mint mark 1976 penny for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. What makes this coin stand out is its incredible condition, graded as mint state or MS69, which means it's practically flawless. Coins in pristine condition are always in high demand, but when you combine that with a potential mint error, we're talking serious money. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions for spare change, let's set the record straight. Not every 1976 no mint mark penny is worth $1.5 million. In fact, most 1976 pennies you find without a mint mark are going to be regular Philadelphia mint pennies worth face value, or maybe a little more if they're in good condition. The reason this particular penny sold for such an astronomical price was because it was an ultra-rare find in near-perfect condition. A grade of MS69 means it's almost flawless, which is extremely rare for a coin that's been in circulation since the 1970s. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar coins? First, take a close look at your 1976 penny. Is it shiny, clean, and in excellent condition? If it looks like it just came out of the mint, it's worth taking a closer look. Next, check for any signs of errors. Mint errors can include things like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or missing design elements. If you find something unusual, it might be worth getting the coin professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. As of now, the market for rare coins is still incredibly strong. While it's unlikely that your average 1976 penny will fetch $1.5 million, high-grade coins, especially those with potential mint errors, can still command thousands of dollars. Right now, a high-grade 1976 no mint mark penny in mint state condition could sell for anywhere between $5,000 and $15,000, depending on its rarity and grade. And who knows? If the demand for this coin keeps rising, that price could go even higher. So, do you have a 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny sitting in your piggy bank that could be worth a fortune? The only way to know is to take a closer look. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting for those rare finds. Hey, what's up, coin enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the most fascinating and valuable coins in history. Today, we're exploring a specific coin that's recently been the talk of the coin collecting world, the 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. It's rumored to be worth a staggering $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, how does a small, everyday penny get such a huge price tag? Let's find out together. So, the question on everyone's mind is, can a 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny really be worth over $1 million? The answer is a bit more complex than you might think. First, we need to understand the history behind this coin, and what makes it so special. Let's rewind the clock back to 1977. In that year, the Lincoln cent, which had been in circulation since 1909, was still being produced in large quantities. Like most pennies produced during the 1970s, the 1977 penny featured the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what about the mint marks? Mint marks are small letters on a coin that indicate where it was minted. Most pennies from 1977 had either a D for the Denver Mint or an S for the San Francisco Mint. But there's a twist. Many coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark for pennies at the time. So, the lack of a mint mark on a 1977 penny doesn't mean it's an error. It's actually quite normal. So, what's the deal? If no mint mark is common for pennies minted in Philadelphia, why is one of them reportedly worth $1.1 million? To answer that, we need to look at what drives the value of rare coins. First, rarity is a huge factor. If only a small number of a certain type of coin was produced or still exists in excellent condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Second, the coin's condition is crucial. Coins graded at higher levels, especially those graded as mint state, command much higher prices. Lastly, minting errors like a misstrike or a doubled die can make a coin extremely valuable. However, the 1977 penny isn't rare, and there are no known major errors. So, could there be something else at play? Recently, rumors have circulated online that a specific 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has sold or could sell for $1.1 million. Let's set the record straight. As of today, there's no verified auction or sale where a 1977 penny, or any common no mint mark penny from that year, has sold for such an astronomical amount. So, where did this rumor come from? Well, it's likely due to a misunderstanding or exaggerated reports about other high-value pennies, particularly those with rare mint errors or historical significance. Coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double-die penny are known for fetching huge prices, sometimes in the millions. But the 1977 penny, while interesting, hasn't reached that level of rarity or demand. Now, let's get to the bottom of this. What is a typical 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark worth today? On average, a 1977 penny with no mint mark, if it's been circulated and shows signs of wear, is worth about 1 cent, its face value. However, if you have a penny in uncirculated or mint condition, you could be looking at a value between 15 cents to a few dollars. Not life-changing, but still more than your average penny. That being said, if you manage to find a 1977 penny in pristine, graded mint state condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, it could fetch up to $500 or even more at auction. This is where rarity and condition really come into play. So, what's the current market saying about the 1977 no mint mark penny? Auction prices for this coin, especially in high grades, have been climbing in recent years. While we haven't seen any sales reach anywhere near $1.1 million, a top-quality 1977 penny could still bring in a respectable amount for collectors. Host on camera. If you have a 1977 penny that looks like it's in great shape, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. A mint state coin could bring hundreds of dollars at auction, depending on the buyer's demand and the overall market. Alright, if you're wondering if you have a 1977 penny that could be worth a lot, here are some tips. First, use a magnifying glass to inspect your penny closely. Check for any unusual characteristics, like minting errors. Next, pay attention to the condition. The fewer scratches, dents, or signs of wear, the better. Finally, if you think your penny might be valuable, get it appraised by a professional coin dealer or sent to a third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. This will give you a better idea of its true market value. So, is the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1.1 million? Probably not. But don't be discouraged. Coins like this can still hold significant value, especially if they're in top condition. The key takeaway here is that rarity, condition, and market demand are what drive the value of any coin. If you're a collector, keep your eyes peeled for those mint condition pennies, and you might just find one worth a nice chunk of change. And who knows? Maybe someday, we'll see a 1977 penny break auction records. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more coin content, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of the most intriguing coins out there, the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln cent. You won't believe the history behind this penny and why it's currently valued at an astounding $45,932. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this tiny coin is worth a fortune and how you can spot one in your own collection. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse side and the classic wheat ears on the reverse. Over time, this coin became one of the most iconic pieces of American currency. In 1959, to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which many of us are familiar with today. But among all the years and variations of the Lincoln penny, one specific year, 1979, stands out to collectors. Why, you ask? Well, it's all about a very rare, highly valuable error, the missing mint mark. So, before we jump into the specifics of the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, let's talk about mint marks. Every coin produced by the U.S. Mint has a mint mark indicating which facility it was made in. You'll find P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and W for West Point on certain coins. Typically, a penny minted in Philadelphia doesn't have a mint mark, but in 1979, coins minted in San Francisco were intended to bear the S mark, specifically for proof sets. Now, here's where things get interesting. In 1979, a small number of proof pennies minted at the San Francisco Mint were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark. These are what collectors call no S Lincoln proof pennies. Normally, San Francisco proof pennies are some of the most meticulously crafted, but in this rare case, the mint mark was accidentally left out. This error makes the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny incredibly rare, as it should have carried an S for San Francisco. So, why is this coin worth $45,932 in today's market? It all boils down to three factors: rarity, condition, and demand. First off, the rarity of the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny cannot be overstated. Only a small number of these proof pennies escaped the mint without the S, making them highly sought after by collectors. Second, condition plays a huge role. Proof coins are graded on a scale, and if you have a penny that's in pristine condition, or what collectors call deep cameo, it can fetch much higher prices. In fact, one in perfect condition recently sold for $45,932 at auction. Okay, so now you're probably wondering how you can tell if you've got a 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sitting in your collection. It's all about checking that mint mark. You'll want to examine your 1979 proof pennies under a magnifying glass or a microscope. If you see that there's no S under the date on the obverse side, you might be holding on to a small fortune. But don't forget, condition is key. Even if you have the no-mint mark penny, its value significantly increases if it's in mint, untouched condition. Now, let's talk money. Recently, one of these coins in top-tier condition sold for $45,932 at auction. However, not all 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies will reach that price. Coins that are in slightly lower condition, but still uncirculated, can fetch anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000. That being said, the market for rare coins is always fluctuating. Demand for coins like this can spike or drop, depending on the number of collectors seeking it. Right now, though, it's definitely one of the hottest pennies out there. Before we wrap things up, here are a few tips if you're a coin collector or someone who's just now getting into the hobby. First, always handle your coins with care, especially proofs. Use gloves to avoid oils from your skin damaging the surface. Second, invest in proper storage. Use coin holders or albums to keep your valuable coins safe from scratches or environmental damage. And finally, always get your coins authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will ensure you know exactly what condition your coin is in and how much it might be worth. So, there you have it, the story behind the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. A tiny coin with a massive value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, this is one penny you'll want to keep an eye out for. Who knows, maybe you'll discover one in your collection and strike it rich. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and drop a comment below if you have any questions or stories about rare coins. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Subscribe for more coin videos. Who would have thought that a simple penny could be worth thousands of dollars? That's right, we're talking about the 1982 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that collectors are now willing to pay as much as $15,873 for. But what makes this coin so special? Let's dive into its history, the key features that set it apart, and why it's become such a hot commodity in the coin collecting world. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency since its debut in 1909. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has undergone several changes in both its design and its composition, but the 1982 D penny stands out for a very particular reason. 1982 was a pivotal year for the Lincoln cent due to rising copper prices. The U.S. Mint decided to transition from producing pennies made of solid copper to pennies made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. Early in the year, the pennies were still 95% copper. Later, they shifted to 97.5% zinc with a copper plating, creating two different varieties in the same year, both copper and zinc pennies. Most collectors look for the copper variety, as it's the rarer of the two. But the 1982 D penny from the Denver Mint is particularly fascinating because it was struck in zinc, making it the first year the Denver Mint produced zinc pennies. And here's where things get really interesting. The 1982 D Lincoln cent that's currently making headlines is no ordinary penny. There are actually two types of 1982 D pennies, one made of copper and one made of zinc. The zinc ones are common, but a rare copper version slipped through, and only a handful are known to exist. This copper variety, struck at the Denver Mint, weighs 3.11 grams compared to the 2.5 grams of its zinc counterpart. And it's this specific copper penny that has collectors losing their minds. Only a few copper examples from 1982 with the D Mint mark have been found, making them extremely valuable. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare pennies? It's all in the weight. If your 1982 D penny weighs 3.11 grams, you could be holding a fortune in your hand. These rare copper pennies have fetched as much as $15,873 in recent auctions, and the value could continue to rise as more collectors join the hunt. The current market value of the rare 1982 D copper penny is astonishing. As of now, these pennies are selling for upwards of $15,873. The high value is driven by their extreme rarity, the historical significance of the transition from copper to zinc, and the overall condition of the coin. Of course, the value of a penny depends on its grade and condition. Coins that are in mint condition or near perfect shape are worth the most, and that's where professional coin grading comes into play. A certified MS-65 or higher penny, meaning it's in top-notch condition, will fetch the highest prices. But why is this penny worth so much? There are a few reasons. First, it's incredibly rare. Only a few examples have been found. Second, it represents a major transition in U.S. coinage from copper to zinc. Third, collectors love the story behind it. Combine these factors, and you have a perfect recipe for a highly valuable coin. If you want to check your 1982 D pennies, here's what you need to do. 1. First, find a digital scale that can measure in grams. 2. Weigh your 1982 D penny. If it weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might have a copper penny. 3. If it's the standard 2.5 grams, it's made of zinc, which is more common. If you're lucky enough to find one that weighs 3.11 grams, you may have just struck gold, well, copper, technically. So, what should you do if you think you've found one of these rare pennies? First, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. A certified grading will not only confirm its authenticity but also help you understand the coin's condition and value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, the story of the 1982 D Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked coins can hold incredible value. Who knows? The next time you check your change, you might just discover a piece of history worth thousands. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin stories. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny in your collection? Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American history, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. That's right, a simple penny worth a staggering $66,299. Stick around to the end of the video to learn how you might spot one of these valuable coins in your collection or in circulation. Before we get started, Make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries, collectibles, and hidden treasures that might be lying around your house right now. Alright. Let's first talk about why the 1982 penny is so interesting to coin collectors and investors. The year 1982 was an important one for the Lincoln cent because it marked a major transition in how these pennies were produced. Before 1982, pennies were made primarily from 95% copper, but due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to zinc with only a thin copper coating. This switch led to a variety of penny compositions in 1982. Some pennies were copper, and others were zinc. Plus, there were several varieties of these pennies, including large date and small date designs, each minted in both copper and zinc. But here's the kicker. The 1982 no-mint mark penny was part of a rare era batch that had a significant impact on its value today. Now, you might be wondering, what's the deal with the no-mint mark? Most Lincoln pennies from the Philadelphia Mint don't bear a mint mark. That wasn't unusual for Lincoln pennies, but it's what's inside that truly sets this coin apart. This particular 1982 no-mint mark penny is made of copper, not zinc. Most pennies from Philadelphia in 1982, especially those without a mint mark, were made from zinc. But what makes this coin incredibly valuable is the fact that the U.S. Mint never officially intended to produce this coin in copper. This was an error. A small batch of copper pennies was mistakenly produced and released into circulation, making them incredibly rare. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Here's what you need to look for. 1. No mint mark. Look at the area just under the date on the penny. If there's no mint mark, meaning no small letter D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. 2. Copper composition. To confirm that your penny is one of the rare copper varieties, you need to weigh it. A copper penny from 1982 will weigh 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies weigh just 2.5 grams. You can do this with a precise scale. Most kitchen or jewelry scales should work just fine. If your penny weighs 3.11 grams and has no mint mark, you might have struck gold, or copper, in this case. The rare 1982 no mint mark copper penny is particularly elusive, and very few have been found. But in recent years, one of these coins sold for an eye-watering $66,299 at auction. And yes, that was just for a single penny. So, why is this penny worth so much? There are a couple of factors at play here. 1. Rarity. As we mentioned, this coin was a mistake, a happy accident, if you will. Because it was never intended to be produced, there are only a handful of these copper pennies out there, making them incredibly rare. 2. Condition. Like with most coins, condition is everything. If you have one of these 1982 copper pennies and it's in mint condition, or as close to it as possible, it's going to be worth a lot more than a worn or damaged penny. 3. Historical significance. This penny represents a crucial turning point in U.S. coinage history, the switch from copper to zinc. Collectors love these kinds of transitional coins because they mark a moment in history when the minting process was changing. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this penny. As of 2024, this penny is one of the highest valued Lincoln cents ever sold. In auction, a pristine example recently fetched $66,299**, which is absolutely insane for a coin that started out worth just 1 cent. This value can fluctuate depending on market demand, but as rare coins continue to gain popularity among collectors, it's likely that this penny's value will only go up in the future. If you do happen to have one of these in your collection, I recommend getting it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can drastically increase the coin's marketability and value. Graded coins tend to perform much better in auctions and private sales. Now, what should you do if you think you've found one of these rare pennies? First, double-check the weight and ensure that it matches the specifications of a copper penny. Then, get it authenticated by a professional coin dealer or a grading service. There are plenty of trustworthy companies that can help you determine whether you've struck it rich. Once authenticated, you can either hold on to the penny as an investment or sell it at auction. Keep in mind, though, that selling it at a reputable auction house or through a professional dealer will often get you the best price. In conclusion, the 1982 no mint mark copper penny is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history. With a price tag of over $66,000, it's certainly not your average penny. If you're a collector, always keep an eye out for these types of rare coins. You never know when a small fortune might show up in your pocket change. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, history, and rare finds. Let me know in the comments below if you've come across any rare coins or if you're hoping to find one of these 1982 no-mint mark pennies. I love hearing your stories. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden gems, rare coins, and valuable collectibles that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. Today, we've got a really exciting one for you. We're talking about a small but mighty coin, a 1983 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that's currently worth a staggering $54,102 on the market. Yep, you've heard that right, a penny worth over $50,000. Stick around to find out how this little coin ended up being worth so much, its history, and how you might even have one in your possession. Let's dive in. So, let's kick things off with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. In 1983, something particularly interesting happened at the Denver Mint, where the D-Mint mark comes into play. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using primarily copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating due to rising metal costs. Pre-1982 pennies were made up of 95% copper, while post-1982 pennies, like our 1983 D penny, were made with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This transition resulted in some notable minting errors and varieties in the early 1980s, which is where our special penny comes into the picture. Now, what makes the 1983 D Lincoln penny so valuable? The key is a rare minting error. While most 1983 pennies were made from the new zinc-copper composition, a small number of pennies were accidentally struck on old copper planchets, the kind used before the change in 1982. These copper pennies were supposed to be long gone from production. But somehow, a few slipped through the cracks and ended up being struck with the 1983 design. This error created what's called a wrong planchet coin, making these pennies incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. To put it simply, if you find a 1983 D penny that weighs around 3.11 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams, you've likely found one of these rare copper planchet errors. That weight difference is key to identifying this rare coin. Okay, so you've got your 1983 D penny and you're wondering if it's the one worth over $50,000. Here's what you need to do. 1. Look for the D Mint mark. This is the first clue. It needs to be a 1983 penny minted in Denver, hence the D on the coin. 2. Check the weight. Use a precise scale to weigh your penny. If it weighs 3.11 grams, you're looking at a rare copper planchet penny. The typical 1983 zinc penny will weigh about 2.5 grams. 3. Inspect the coin condition. While errors are the main reason for this penny's value, its condition still matters. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition will fetch the highest prices. 4. Get it professionally graded. If your penny meets these criteria, the next step is to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, rare copper 1983 D penny could be the jackpot. Now for the juicy part. Why is this coin currently valued at $54,102? In 2023, a rare 1983 D copper penny was sold at auction for that whopping amount. The penny was in superb condition, graded as MS67 by PCGS, meaning it was almost flawless. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community, and it showed just how much people are willing to pay for one of these rare minting errors. It also set the tone for the future market. Collectors are now hunting these pennies like never before, hoping to cash in on this high-value rarity. But keep in mind, the value of these coins can fluctuate. Rare coins, especially those with minting errors, are always in demand, but the final price can depend on the coin's condition, market interest, and the rarity of the error. Okay, let's talk about the current market value. While the $54,102 penny was an exceptional case, other examples of the 1983 D copper penny have sold for tens of thousands of dollars as well. Coins in less pristine condition, let's say MS65 or MS64, can still fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 at auction. On the lower end, even pennies with wear or in circulated condition that still show the copper planchet error can go for a few $1,000s. So, if you think you've found one of these rare pennies, it's worth getting it checked out by a professional. So, what should you do if you think you've stumbled upon a 1983 D copper penny? Here's a quick checklist. 1. Weigh the coin ***. Use a digital scale to check for the 3.11 gram weight. 2. Check the condition ***. look at how well preserved the penny is. Point 3. Authenticated ***. Send it to a professional coin grading service to confirm if it's the real deal. Point 4. Sell or hold ***. Once you have your penny graded, you can either auction it off or hold onto it as an investment. Who knows? The value could continue to rise. So there you have it, folks. The story of how a tiny 1983 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny ended up being worth $54,102. This little penny's value comes down to a rare error, and with a little bit of luck and some detective work, you might just find one of these valuable coins in your own collection or spare change. Be sure to check every 1983 D penny you come across. You never know if you're holding onto a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin collecting tips and rare coin stories. Drop a comment below if you think you have a rare penny, or if you want to learn more about other valuable coins. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and numismatics. Now, most of us don't pay much attention to the humble penny. We toss them in jars, leave them at the cash register, or ignore them when we see them on the sidewalk. But today, we're talking about a penny that's worth a staggering $33,999. Yep, you heard that right, a 2015 D Lincoln cent that could make you a small fortune. Let's get into the history, what makes this penny so valuable, and the current market situation. Before we get into why this 2015 D penny is so valuable, let's first take a step back and explore the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head penny, and the Lincoln design was a huge deal. He was the first real historical figure to be featured on a regular issue U.S. coin. Over the years, the design has undergone several changes, including the famous switch in 1959 to the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and more recently, the shield design we've seen since 2010. The D-Mint mark, by the way, stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. Now, let's zoom in on the 2015 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like any other coin. After all, billions of pennies are produced each year, and the 2015 D is no exception. So why is this one worth almost $34,000? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. In the world of coin collecting, mint errors and high-grade coins can fetch insane prices. Even a modern penny, if it's in perfect condition or has a rare minting error, can become highly sought after by collectors. But in this case, we're talking about a combination of factors that make the 2015 D penny unique. Point one of the key things that drives up the value of any coin, including the 2015 D penny, is its condition, specifically, how close it is to mint state. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The 2015 D penny we're talking about today was graded MS69 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. This means it's nearly perfect, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. Coins in such pristine condition are extremely rare, especially when they come straight from general circulation. This coin was likely carefully handled and preserved from the very moment it was minted. You might be wondering, but it's a 2015 penny. Why would anyone pay $33,999 for it? The answer lies in the growing interest in modern coins among collectors. While older coins like Morgan dollars and Buffalo nickels have long been sought after, modern coins are starting to gain serious attention, especially if they are rare, high-quality specimens. Over the past few years, we've seen a rise in the value of modern pennies. Collectors are looking for top-tier examples of coins from the last few decades, and the 2015 D penny is no exception. Its scarcity in such high condition has made it a hot commodity. Another factor that can drive up the value of a penny like this is the potential for mint errors. While this particular 2015 D penny isn't known for a major minting error coins in general are extremely popular among collectors. Sometimes, small mistakes during the minting process, like doubling on the letters, off-center strikes, or even die cracks, can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable rarity. Always be on the lookout for these types of errors, because they can skyrocket the value of a coin. So, who exactly would spend tens of thousands of dollars on a modern penny? Serious coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for ultra-high-grade examples of coins. These individuals are passionate about completing their collections with the best specimens possible. In many cases, these coins aren't just purchased for display, they're seen as investments. Rare coins tend to hold or increase in value over time, making them a smart purchase for those who know the market. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 2015 D penny. As of 2024, the record sale for one of these coins in an MS69 grade was an astonishing $33,999. This sale was a clear example of just how high the demand for modern, high-grade coins has grown. While not every 2015 D penny is going to be worth thousands, even uncirculated pennies from this year can go for a few $100s if they are in mint state condition. So, it's worth taking a closer look at your change. If you're wondering whether you've got a potential treasure hiding in your coin jar, here are some steps to follow. 1. Check the mint mark ***. The D stands for Denver, which is key. No D means your penny wasn't minted there. 2. Examine the condition ***. Is the coin shiny and almost flawless? The closer it is to perfect, the more valuable it could be. 3. Get it graded ***. If you think you have a high-quality penny, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will give your coin an official grade, which is crucial for determining its value. 4. Look for errors ***. Check for any small minting mistakes. Even tiny imperfections can boost a coin's value. So, is the 2015 D penny worth all the hype? For most people, the pennies you find in your pocket change won't make you rich. But if you come across a penny in perfect condition, especially one that's been graded by a top service, you could have a valuable collectible on your hands. And with the current market showing increasing interest in modern coins, there's no telling how much a high-grade 2015 D penny could be worth in the future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic that could put some serious change in your pocket. We're talking about the 2021 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Not only does this little coin carry a rich history, but it's also worth a staggering $22,999 in today's market. So, let's uncover what makes this penny so special and why you should keep an eye out for it. First, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by the renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse, or front, and a simple wheat stalk design on the reverse. Over the years, the design has changed, most notably in 1959 when the wheat design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial. Then, in 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced a series of coins to celebrate Lincoln's legacy, featuring 4 different designs that highlight key moments in his life. Now, fast forward to 2021. This year marked a significant point for coin collectors due to a very special penny. The 2021 no mint mark Lincoln penny, minted in Philadelphia, was produced without a mint mark, which is typically found on coins to indicate where they were minted. This unique characteristic sets it apart from other coins of the same year, particularly those from the Denver Mint, which are marked with a D. You might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, this specific penny was created in limited quantities, which makes it highly sought after by collectors. Unlike its counterparts, the no mint mark version is quite rare, and rarity is key in determining a coin's value. So, how did we arrive at that eye-popping market value of $22,999? It all comes down to collector demand and the coin's rarity. As more and more people become interested in coin collecting, the demand for rare coins increases, driving up their value. The 2021 no mint mark Lincoln penny has garnered significant attention, resulting in auction prices soaring to nearly $23,000 in some instances. In fact, several auction houses have reported sales of these pennies well above their face value, which is just 1 cent. It's incredible to think that this small coin, often overlooked, can hold such substantial worth. It's this excitement that keeps collectors on the lookout for these hidden treasures. Now, let's talk about how you can identify this valuable penny. The first thing to look for is the absence of a mint mark on the reverse side. If you see a smooth area where a mint mark should be, that's your clue. Next, check the condition of the coin. Coins that are uncirculated or in excellent condition fetch much higher prices than those that are worn or damaged. If you find one, be sure to handle it carefully and store it properly to maintain its condition. Use a coin holder or album to keep it safe and avoid any wear and tear. So, what does the future hold for the 2021 no mint mark Lincoln penny? As with any collectible, market trends can fluctuate. However, Given the current demand and rarity, it seems likely that the value of this penny will continue to appreciate over time. Collectors and investors alike will be keeping a close eye on this penny, as it's a prime example of how a simple coin can turn into a valuable asset. In conclusion, the 2021 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a piece of currency but a remarkable collectible that represents a slice of American history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this rare gem. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content. Let us know in the comments if you've spotted one of these pennies or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!